think you're missing something here. Shocking!
Hey, so yeah, if you claim to be a feminist and you put other women down for doing the traditional girly things, then I'm gonna have to stop you right there because you are really doing it all wrong.
Well, that certainly seems reasonable enough. I just wish you could tell a lot of other feminists this.
When men say misogyny isn't real...
Wow, we couldn't even make it a minute in before you had to throw a straw man argument out? Please, by all means, tell me who thinks misogyny is not real.
It's like saying starvation isn't real because I just ate.
Now, it's not exactly clear because the audio quality is absolutely piss poor on this, but it sounded like she said, because I just ate. Now, the really messed up part about this is I can actually find examples of feminists that say misandry isn't real because it has to involve power plus prejudice.
When people say you have male privilege, that doesn't mean that you don't have any problems. It basically means that you don't have to deal with the problems that so many women go through on a daily basis.
Well, yes, of course men and women have different problems. I mean, let's see. First of all, we have different sexual reproduction organs. Seriously, though, did they not teach sex ed at your school? Furthermore, how does men having problems that women don't experience not make y'all privileged for some reason under your logic? I mean, I don't go around screaming about women having privilege over me because they've never experienced the pain of getting kicked in the nuts.
Isn't it ironic that when men are oppressed, it seems like a tragedy, but then when women are oppressed, it seems like a tradition?
Alright, I know I'm having to make a lot of assumptions here because of the extreme vagary of the people in this video, but didn't we just have someone saying you're not a feminist if you deride other women for doing things that are quote-unquote traditional? And that doesn't even get into the fact that there are quite a few problems that men face that are almost completely ignored by society, which completely contradicts your previous statement. Can we just admit that there are problems that everybody faces in society sometimes, some of which are addressed and some of which aren't?
If a man whistles at you, don't respond. You're a human, you're not a pet.
Oh boy, here we go. The false dichotomy of catcalling. Because everybody knows as soon as you're actually praised for your looks, you're stripped of all your humanity.
Don't be obedient to some fool who thinks he's your owner.
How the hell in anybody's sick, twisted mind can you equate a whistle with ownership? Seriously though, this is like me saying that the woman who works at the rock climbing gym I frequent who likes to hit on me is actually stripping me of self-ownership by hitting on me.
And don't let a man or anyone take away your divinity.
Oh, I get it now. You have a fucking god complex. Anyone who tries to hit on you is suddenly shattering this.
Hello there. Just wanted to let you know that makeup isn't false advertisement.
Perhaps you need to study evolutionary psychology because that is exactly what makeup is for. Men subconsciously look for signs of fertility in the women they are selecting, and women long ago figured out that they could artificially reproduce these signs with makeup. Now, you may not think of it in this way in modern society, where makeup is just something more or less expected of you, but make no mistake, you are falsely advertising signs of fertility to a man's subconscious.
Girls are not products.
I don't know if you know this, but most men don't actually view you as such.
Also, not every girl needs makeup, FYI. Natural beauty doesn't come in a tube.
Well, of course not. Some women actually show natural signs of fertility.
If you're a guy emasculated by feminism, maybe you get your manhood ground from somewhere else, other than oppressing women. After all, it's said that strong women intimidate weak men.
Seriously, I can't even make any sense out of this statement, and I probably shouldn't try.
If it's so normal and well-intentioned, then why don't men tell other men to smile? Stop blurring the lines between giving a compliment and being a creep. Alright, there's a big difference. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, don't do it to women. Simple logic, but for some reason it's very challenging for the average man to comprehend.
What a demeaning bitch. I'm pretty sure you're the one that's blurring the line. Once again, I'm not even gonna try.
Just to make things clear.
Oh boy, here it comes, folks. Better whip out your Websters while you can.
Feminism is equality for all sexes and genders. Misandry, hatred of men, power for women. Misogyny, hatred of women, power for men. And menism? It's a joke. It was created to mock males who were anti-feminist.
It's 2016, folks.
At this point, I'm just going to defer to Bearing.
Slut shaming and virgin shaming should be non-existent, especially if you don't spread that shame equally.
Okay, admittedly, there is a bit of a disparity here. At least in my experience, women do tend to get slut shamed more. But also in my experience, men tend to get virgin shamed a little bit more. Although this is probably mostly just prevalent with boys going through puberty. To be fair though, generally women are the final arbiter of consent in Western society. So if you feel like denying consent to anyone that asks, yeah, you're probably a slut. I'd still say, though, that any man that sleeps around with a bunch of women is certainly a slut himself.
Stopping girl hate doesn't mean you love every girl or woman in the world. It just means that you won't tear other women down just for being women.
Oh, joy, more vagary.
Just let go of the internalized misogyny, envy, jealousy, girl. Don't push other women under the bus for men. If you do, then you're going right under with them.
What was that supposed to be, some kind of poorly veiled threat?
Do you ever notice that in most department stores, women's clothing are separated by categories like juniors, misses, and plus sizes? While men, all the clothes are in the same section. Like, what's up with that?
Oh god, where in the hell do I start with this one? Let's see, for one, clothes are split into men's and boys in most stores. 2, we have stores made just for tall and fat men. 3, you should be happy you have things split into that much variety. As a fairly short and skinny man, my clothes tend to fall somewhere in between men's and boys' sizes, which is infuriating when trying to find the clothes that fit me. So to be honest, I'd be happier with that kind of variety, and I think men are more disadvantaged in this area. But really, in the end, isn't this all just petty first world problems?
Did you know that you don't have to be anti-man to be pro-woman? I know, it's crazy, right? Who would have thought that you could advocate for one group of people and not hate another?
I swear to God, does the person who edited this video have cognitive dissonance or something? I mean, what was it, only a couple minutes ago that we literally had another one of these feminists presenting a false dichotomy?
If a man whistles at you, don't respond, you're a human, you're not a pet.